Hello guys, and welcome to my tutorial for the Black Desert mobile character customization. So the game is available right now for pre-download, but you can't get onto the main servers until the 11th of December 2019. So what you can do initially, you can select your region, you can select the server you want to connect to, so I've selected it. The first thing it will ask you for is a family name. So it will be the surname of every character you have on the account. And one thing that you'll find if you're not quick, any name that you would want to use potentially is just already gone. Black Desert is very high demand. So I just selected a random name, Demos. Usually I would be Menethil, but obviously Menethil is a very popular name. So, and what you can do here, you can click on this gear and you can change the settings. Because I'm using a emulator, then obviously I can just rank everything up to the max. But obviously do it depending on your device. So you can see that there are 3 character slots. I've already created this character, so this is what my main character is going to be. But I wanted to quickly show you the options. I feel that there's a lot more options in this mobile game than even some of the latest and greatest MMOs out there. So let's create a new character. Yep. So first things first, you need to select your class. Black Desert on the official site has got really good videos for each class. The Warrior, the Ranger, the Witch, the Giant, and the Valkyrie. So, for the sake of it, I'm going to make a Witch. So let's select. Now, it does seem like the races are potentially gender locked, but whatever. You have these options in the top right, so you can save or load previous ways character looked, in case you just make more than one of the same character and you want to revisit or maybe start again. I don't know, it's up to you, but you have the options to save them, and you can cancel, redo, and so on. You can see the buttons right in the top right. Now you have a bunch of presets as well. It might give you some ideas of what the character can look like. That looks cute. So they all look nice. And one thing that I find with this game is, like I said, there's more character customization in this mobile app than in like Final Fantasy 14. So, but whatever. So if you want to click on change appearance, and obviously click here, appearance, and then you can really go into the detail. So you can change, you can see here effectively how, let's be honest, how sweaty she is. So, and you can change the skin color as well. Yeah, so you have a plethora of options here to select. And then also as well, you have different styles as well. So, but if you click on any of these buttons, then it will take it back to the initial style. And then you can control all parts of the face. You can control how the eyes are shaped. So if we go to advanced, you can see you can change even the way the eyes look, vertically, horizontally. So you can really go into the detail, like really closely, and depth as well. And this is just eyes. And then this one, so you can change everything. So it's up to you how you go into this. This is part of the reason why they've launched this 2 days in advance of the main release of the game, is because it might take you 2 days to like perfect your character if you're like me and you really care about how your character looks in every aspect. So, and that's, again, you could probably spend hours just on the eyes. And then you have the nose. Okay, so they have all aspects you can change. So at any time you can click reset and it will take it back to the way it was originally. The lips. Okay. So it's up to you, like how you want to do it. But again, and then let's see, eyebrows. So if it was me, then obviously the eyebrows are going to be very sarcastic. And then you have I mean, obviously, it's up to you if you want to give your character like liposuction. Anytime you can select the character and rotate it. So, yeah. As I say, reset all. And then next, let's look at the eyebrows. There's even more detail for the eyebrows, so you can really, really go into it. So I would recommend, like I said, spend the time if you are really looking forward to this game, because once your character is made, it's going to look this way potentially for a very, very long time. So and I am looking forward to see what creations people have for this sort of game. Now you can see here the style of the pupils. That obviously, if anyone in real life had a like star-shaped iris, God help me. But whatever, you have the option to make it how you want. Again, completely up to you how you want to do it. You can change the iris color, the pupil color. You can change the eye color, the lens style. So you can really, you have a lot of options just for the eyes and the face. So let's go through this one. And then you have here the eyebrows. So as I say, it's like, even though it's a mobile game, it has more customization options than some of your main MMOs out there. Like when you compare this to even Final Fantasy 14, even World of Warcraft. I mean, fine, World of Warcraft is old, but still, like, if anything, this sets the standard of how much customization options there should be in any MMO. And then, yeah, if you want to do different, let's say, eyeliner styles, stuff like that. And, yeah, blush. Now, it's a case of, as well, like, if you really actually care. I care a lot about these things when I play these games, because at the end of the day, this is a character that's going to be on your screen potentially for the next few years even. It depends how well the game goes. So I would say to take it seriously, like, but that's just my opinion. There are some people who don't care. They will just click random. They'll give it a silly name and then just go. But because I am, let's say, more invested in this stuff, I do care a lot. So, okay, so I mean, obviously I'm just keeping it as default just for the sake of this video, but still, it's just the amount of options you are given is crazy. Okay, the lip style, you can change the lip style. Now, like I said, you have a whole good solid, if you want to hit the ground running, you have the next 2 days to mess around with this to be able to come up with something great. Now, I do actually care about hairstyles a lot, like, because I've always said that simply, if the internet didn't exist, the computers didn't exist, I probably would have, like, grown up and been a barber or a hairdresser. More likely a hairdresser. So, for some reason I've got an unnatural fixation with people's hair. I don't know why. So I would spend the time to really make sure that she has good hair and so on. And okay, let's put it there. Now, obviously, with most MMOs, the unfortunate truth is you have this sort of you can see the hair going through the graphics, and because of my OCD, that bothers me immensely. So I would actually go out of my way to make sure that the hair doesn't clip through the graphics. But I think that's something that's just in the current gen of all games at the moment. So yeah, and then color. Just for the sake of consistency, I would make her hair purple, because, you know, everything about Mithrie is purple usually. And then, okay, the roots. That's up to you if you want to change the color of the roots. I tend to like sort of light versus dark, you know, light roots or highlights versus a dark hair color. Oh wow, you can change the roots, you can change the ends. Wow. So it basically means you can fade from one color to the other. You have 3 options, you have multiple options, so you can spend the time to really go through this. Okay, cannot apply to current hairstyle, that's fine. And then the body shape. So you can make her tall, you can make her voluptuous, or you can make her thin. Of course, like sometimes, because you can see the head doesn't change size, so some of these body shapes are a bit weird, let's say, because the head doesn't resize as it should. But it's up to you. What I tend to go for is like the smallest slender character I can have, because I just like the idea that she's so small and she's so slender, but like she looks like a breeze could defeat her, but then she goes on and saves the whole world. You know what I mean? I like that. And then you can just try on different outfits to see how well the choices you've made fit with the different outfits that you'll probably get throughout the game selection. So yeah, so as I say, guys, and then when you're done, click done, select the character title. Okay, so you can hide the UI just to look at her closely if you wish at any point. Okay, so you can tie her hair up as well to see the rest of her, how she looks. And this one is obviously, she's looking directly at the camera. So yeah. So like I said, guys, spend the time. If you really care about MMOs like I do, then you have 2 days to get this ready. The game launches on the 11th. So if we look at the different classes as well. So as I said, you can look at Warrior is kind of just the melee hack and slash character. Ranger is the ranged bow and arrow. Witch is your mage of typical games. Giant is kind of like your barbarian almost. It's sort of like your big axe, big, you know, attacking mob. And then the Valkyrie is like the equivalent of paladin, essentially. That's why it's got a shield. She's good offensively, good defensively, but she's not, by all means, she's not the best at either. But at least she has the option to actually heal. So, and that's why, for me, in MMOs, Paladin is probably my favorite class by far. So, I am very interested in how this game is going to go. I'm probably going to make a full-on tutorial for the actual game. But now I just wanted to make a tutorial about the character customization. I would say that these features of MMOs should not be underestimated. Like, I spend a lot of time at character customizers because I really, really want to make sure that I get a character that I'm looking for, because like I said, here we go, there's my Mithrie. She's got her purple eyes, her purple hair, as is typical. She is a Valkyrie, and as you can see, if you click start, there's a countdown. So as of recording this video, there's still another 45 hours before the game begins. But you, like I said, you have the option to pre-download now, confirm. Yes, it does work with emulators as well. I do play pretty much all of my apps on Memu emulator. But there are other emulators out there, such as Nox and so on. And the reason I like to play them on my computer is simply because I tried playing them on my iPhone overheats and needs charging constantly and so on. So I have a much better experience playing them on my PC. And the more and more of them I'm playing, the more that I'm really enjoying mobile apps. You know, I really am liking them more and more. And as you can see as well, they are just developing graphically, because obviously I remember sort of like 20 years ago when pretty much the only game you had in your phone was like Snake or something. So for it in such a short time to go from that to this is absolutely crazy, in my opinion. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I'm sure mobile games are going to eventually take over, because you can see when I'm sure you guys have all seen when mobiles say like, oh, this game has been downloaded 1 million times, 10 million times, you know, 500,000 whatever star rating on whatever store. You know what I mean? It's like you can't ignore mobile apps. I'm sure that there's probably a lot of people who just play games on their phone who are not, who don't own, for example, a PlayStation or a gaming PC, but they still play on their phone anyway, maybe on the way to work or whatever. So yeah. So anyway, guys, that's my tutorial for Black Desert Mobile. I am for the character customization. I am very much looking forward to this game. As I said, I will play this the second it comes out. I will make a tutorial for the actual game once I get my head around the basics. And also as well, like there are plenty of other MMO mobile games which I can compare it to. So I will give a fair and reasonable judgment to the game based on what I've seen elsewhere. Okay? So anyway, guys, if you like that video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there. You can watch the latest upload down there, or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.